What is up, guys? In today's video we got a pretty minor Fortnite update, but it did change a few things, and also I want to talk about the summer event because that is now over as of today's update. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of this change and what you thought of the summer event. So this update ended the summer event. It is now over. The firework flare gun has been vaulted and the regular flare gun is back. I assume the tracker's armory will also be coming back, if not already in the game, because it was vaulted for the firework flare gun to come in. So the tracker's armory, I think, will return for those of you who enjoy using the shadow tracker pistol. The ice cream cones are also vaulted. So I think this is mostly a net positive for most players. The Lil Whip special serve ice cream was incredibly good, but it also was pretty annoying to play against because you get used to someone healing at a certain rate, you know? 2.5 seconds for minis, 5 seconds for big. The slurp, 2.5 second use time, I think, and then it takes time to tick up. Whereas, like, with the Lil Whip special serve, you could hit someone for, like, over 200 damage in zero build, and then they're instantly back to full HP by the time you push them, and it was just pretty unpredictable. So I think the ice cream being vaulted is good for that reason. And then it's also just going to be less clutter in the coolers, so it's going to be more likely that you can find the splashes, the slap juice, and also the shield fish, which will be nice. And then the summer challenges are also done, so if you didn't complete those and unlock the cosmetic items for doing the summer challenges, you will no longer be able to do so. The big bush bomb was also unvaulted in today's update, and the shrub mud augment, which was previously leaked, is now out as well, which gives you the mud effect anytime you enter a bush. And this will be really nice with the other mud augments, you know, Mud Warrior, which gives you HP when you're in the mud, the thermal mud augment. Now with shrub mud being in the game and the big bush bomb item being in the game, you can essentially carry the mud around with you. Not only with shrub mud is there going to be more bushes on the map, so there's bushes on the map, so there's more ways for you to get mud outside the jungle biome, giving value to some of those other augments more so than they had in the past. But if you have shrub mud, big bush bombs in your inventory, and then also the other mud augments, you essentially have all of those other things just in your inventory at any time. Also, just more mud being around the map will be good for you because you can move around faster when, like, mudsliding. You know, if you hold sprint and spam slide while you have the mud effect, you go incredibly fast and basically teleport around the map. And if you have the slap effect with this, it's incredibly good, and with less clutters being in the coolers, it means it's going to be more convenient for you to get the slap effect, even if you aren't carrying around these items. You know, there's lots of coolers on the map. So I think the big bush bomb being added with a lot of these other mud augments will be nice. I'm interested to see if the forager augment will be returning as well, because that basically just allowed you to get bushes from farming other objects to carry around. So I think that augment will be returning at some point since the big bush bomb has been unvaulted. Not the highest impact item in the game. I know a lot of people liked it for zero build competitive, but I think with a lot of these other augments, you could see some cool things come of it, and there just will be more mud around the map essentially for you if you do take the shrub mud augment. I don't know why that's hard for me to say. So those are the changes in today's update. Summer stuff gone. Big bush bombs are back in the game, and then also the shrub mud augment, which I think is a bigger change than the bushes themselves, just because it allows you to get mud outside the jungle, which definitely gives you more plays that you can potentially make. So that, as far as the changes go, that is what we got. Now I'm just going to talk about the summer event ending, because I think this event was pretty underwhelming, and I think pretty much everybody agrees with that. Anywhere I see any sort of discussion online, it's not, was the summer update good or bad? It was this summer update the worst seasonal event Fortnite has ever had? Like, it's a pretty unified decision that it wasn't good, but it's just like, is it the worst? And I think that's really unfortunate. I feel like this is just happens because Epic were on break during the event, so it's not like they're going to change anything too drastic for the event. It was basically just some challenges to hold the community over while they were on break, and it is completely understandable that Epic takes a break. This isn't going to be a video bashing that. I don't think they should just be locked in a basement to, like, permanently work on Fortnite 24/7. But I think the planning around the break and the planning around the event is what makes it underwhelming. I think the same was true for Winterfest last year, and for No Sweat Summer last year, I think it was definitely the case where it's like the event lines up with the break, and then that creates a situation where the event is pretty much always going to be underwhelming because they don't want to change too much while they're on break, because, you know, it's Fortnite. Whenever anything gets changed, there's prone to being bugs. So it's like, if you know you're going to be gone for 2 weeks, why would you do anything too drastic to the game, you know? And we've had some incredibly good events this season, or this chapter, sorry, with the Most Wanted update in Season 1, and even the Star Wars update last season. I'm not a fan of Star Wars, but the Star Wars event was like a huge deal, and it was something that was very fun for those players. So I think in the future for these seasonal events, it would almost be better if it happened after the break. So because like no matter what, if they're taking a 2-week break during the season, there's going to be a 2-week kind of period of time where there's not that much content being added in the game, and it's somewhat of like a content drought, you know? But if you put the event during the break, then not only do you have a content drought, but you have a very underwhelming event. Whereas if they put the summer event after the break or towards the end of the season, we would have the content drought during their break, and then after their break, when they come back, we would have, you know, the summer event, and it could be a big deal, and it could be exciting again. And a lot of the things that people want for a summer event is not anything groundbreaking. The 14 days of summer event was in 2019, and it was a huge deal. And basically what this event did was it was a different unvaulted weapon every day for 14 days. So one day, and you would get each weapon for one day, and then the next day it would be gone, and then something else would come. And that is just essentially recycled content for 2 weeks, you know? It's just items that are already in the game being re-added for one day. And even though it is just recycled content, it was really fun and exciting to see what was going to be, you know, the weapon for that day, and, you know, how that would change the game. Some of them would be underwhelming, some of them would be fun to play with, some of them would be good. It was like essentially an advent calendar, but for like Fortnite items. And this, I have no idea how hard it is to add or unadd a weapon in Fortnite, but I would assume it's pretty easy to do since they don't have to create 14 new items. It's just recycling stuff, and that's the type of stuff the community wants. It's literally just recycled content. I feel like as far as development time goes, that's probably easier. I could get why they didn't want to do that when they're on break, because, you know, it might go wrong and then no one's there to fix it, or people have to be called in or whatever. I get that. But having the seasonal event be after the break, I think would just be a net positive, because no matter what during the season, there's going to be a 2-week content drought. It is what it is. That's fine. But you might as well have the seasonal event afterwards. That way there's something to look forward to, and something that's actually like kind of good in the season that people can look back on and be like, yeah, that summer event was good. It sucked there was a content drought early on, but that was worth playing for. And we might end up seeing some sort of, you know, event towards the end of the season like we had with Most Wanted and like we had with Star Wars. Not sure if that's going to be the case, though, because this season is almost over. There's only 38 days left, so we're getting very close to the end of Season 3. But those are my thoughts on the summer update. I think Epic taking a break is fine. They should just kind of shift the seasonal event to a point where they're not on break and we can have something amazing. Even something like 14 Days of Summer, where it's just straight recycled content, would be super exciting. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, subscribe if you like some more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. I don't know where this person is. They're just shooting me in the back. Done pulled back to where I was. Don't understand what that person is doing. Dude, why was everybody an all-black superhero in that skin? Everyone was like the all-black superhero skin in that game.